job, the installs like we expect. I mean, we have a great team. The team that we put together, I will put against anybody in this country. They just absolutely phenomenal at what they do. They are artists, they're craftsmen. They believe in the quality of what they can do. And it's not about I there, it's all about the team.
In the time period that I worked with Electra Link, one of the things that I really liked is that it was a small company with lots of people. Not really a small company, but it gave kind of that small town, small company feel. And I don't think that there was anyone in the organization that didn't recognize that people actually cared about them. When we were working on projects together, people would say, well, you know, Electra Link is way too expensive. But I think that there's so many different pieces of choosing a partner. And when you choose Electra Link, you're choosing a true partner who cares about their employees, who cares about their customers, who cares about their partners. And in the long run, that's all that really matters. My thing is, when I look back, those were the best times and those were the best relationships. I'm very grateful to still be associated with those people. First thing that I think of when someone asks me for a cabling installation company is Electra Link, and I would go to the end of the earth to try to promote them because I think that they really care and that they're going to do a good job for whatever customer is asking them to do something.
I believe my first contract with Baker & Botts was around $90,000. That was going to support me through my first year of business. I was comfortable with that for about 2 weeks, and then I realized at a point in time that contract was eventually going to run out. And lo and behold, the first years were pretty tough. You know, we got to a point that we didn't even know if when we were going to have work or not. That I can remember one time sitting in my kitchen thinking that I only had a few dollars in my pocket, a tank of gas, and wondering where my next job was going to go. The first years we marketed and tried our best to get into other work. I can remember Christmas coming down to where we had very little money in our pocket. And God blessed us, giving us an opportunity to bid one of the projects down for a NASA subcontractor and relocating an existing network. And I thought to myself, boy, I was really glad that it was an existing network that I could pull out and go reconstruct somewhere else, because I had a pretty good chance of understanding what they had. I can remember going down and my coworker crawling in the ceiling and me crawling underneath a desk and yelling up at him, say, hey man, I got twisted pear down here, and him yelling at me, I got coax. And that was an all shit moment, because we were thinking, man, what are we going to do with this? So we started writing down anything we could find, any cable number, any phone number, model type, taking that information, leaving that customer's job site and saying, boy, we got to get on the phone and do some calling because we have no idea what we got here. We were lucky, we were very fortunate. We finally got to a senior engineer within Xerox. It was a Xerox system. And a gentleman by the name of Steve Higgins flew down to Texas, met with us at Intercontinental Airport, and started to talk about how a Xerox Ethernet system was to be installed. He liked us, and for some reason he offers the authorized installer for the Houston area. And that's how we started in the Ethernet systems. The next job that we landed was an IBM cabling project for UTNB. A gentleman by the name of Tom Epley wrote the most memorable reference letter that anybody can have. He referred to our cabling installation as art rather than cabling. That letter I will always remember.
Looking back from the early days, when we did do bids on napkins, and it did seem that long ago sometimes, and looking back to see if there would be any changes to make or any advice to give Ernie, I'd probably just tell him to keep doing what he's doing and follow his heart.
They've learned how to mold business with treating their employees with the utmost respect and like family. Most corporations are either business or maybe they're too family oriented, but I think they've created an environment for not only myself but all their employees that allow them to excel and feel comfortable in a day-to-day environment where going to work is not a chore.
But for me, it was, I was just like, oh wow, I work for this company? This is awesome.
when I'm doing stuff with Ernie and Dale, whether it be cook-offs, fishing, hunting, they are just like brothers. They pick at each other, fight with each other, and sometimes it just gets so funny.
You guys are just good, honest people to do business with, first of all. And sometimes this business gets a little nasty, and y'all always manage to not fall into that game. Secondly, we recommend contractors all the time to our customers. And I would never, ever hesitate, ever, to recommend you guys.
The way Ernie treats people, I think, is the base of it. Because he keeps people for so long that, the longer you keep people, the more comfortable they get, the more they know your way of doing things, and pretty soon it's just second nature. I mean, when you have a lot of, revolving door turnaround, it's just there's no continuity, no consistency. But he's got all that. I mean, I don't know too many companies that have technicians having a 15-year anniversary party.
Ernie and I drive to Dallas because this is really our first big presentation in front of a multi-million-dollar customer. We all had black shirts on, khaki pants, we was all going for it. And we rehearsed what we was going to do in our office, I think, for 2.5 hours. But I tell you what, we go to Fort Worth the next morning, and we're all waiting, sitting outside. And we go in there, and we absolutely nailed this interview together as a team. There was 5 of us went in there, 5 of us had a role. We walked out, and we knew by the next day that we had won our first $4 million project. What thrills me about the win, beating the competitor, knowing that we stand on top of everybody else, knowing we walk into some big conference meeting or going to the conventions that we have to go, the Bixie conferences, and when we walk in, we don't have to say nothing. Everybody points their finger and says, "Oh, they're here," and everybody knows who that is. I mean, that's just the pride that just carries down through.
I really liked the place because it was kind of family oriented. When I first met Ernie, he was a funny guy, very laid back, and I noticed he cared about his employees.
I think part of the success with Electra Link versus some of their competition in this town is the longevity of the employees that he has. He's got several 20-plus year employees that have been around, and that's something to be said in today's industry anyway, with people hopping from job to job. They've got people that have been around for a long time, and that's got to be a contributing factor to their success.
Everyone wears a million different hats, and no one is too good to do anything. One of the main premises here is that, if the floors need vacuuming, we vacuum. Everybody pitches in and does more than their share. Everybody tries to help everybody else. We pretty much are a big family when it comes to certain things. Most of the people that work here, and especially that I work with, are very professional in a very relaxed environment. They care a lot about their job, and they want to do it correctly. They care about the company and that it does well. And basically the philosophy here is what's good for Electra Link is good for everybody that works at Electra Link.
I like the freedom Electra Link affords. Obviously in Dallas we dress better than they do down in Houston.
1997 is the year that we finally broke the 100 employee list, which is a pretty proud moment for me. That was one of the milestones that I thought I would never achieve.
In all 3 cities, we had landed major projects. At the time, we had won Microsoft data center in San Antonio. We won a Home Depot data center in Austin, Texas. We had won a Cisco project in Dallas, and also at the same time, we landed the HP. We had 4 data centers that we had to get done in a short period of time, and it was amazing. Each city pretty much rounded up the wagons and got these jobs installed. But I know I was sitting back there, I said, boy, this is going to be a tough one to get done and accomplished. but these guys brought it through.
Keep up the good work.
I am just so grateful to have found Electra Link. They've just made huge differences in my life. You know, I've met people here that are friends that I'll have forever. I've become just a better person working with them. It's just I'm just really grateful for the experience. It's a wonderful place to be. Wouldn't work anywhere else.
Well, I'd like to thank Ernie for keeping me here this long.
Well, I'd like to say congratulations, Ernie, for making it 25 years. Might have been some luck in there, but I think the team stays focused, and you're always there to support the team.
Ernie, I'd like to tell you congratulations on your success on Electra Link. I'm sure that the whole company, all of your employees appreciate it. I'd like to also send out the appreciation that I have from me and my family.
Congratulations, Ernie, on 25 years, and hopefully you got 25 more. You got a great company.
Thank you for everything, because he has drastically helped me in my life through my times.
The people stay here because of the integrity. I had heard of people leaving and coming back, not staying. And in fact, there are 3 or 4 people that work in this very office that have left here and come back. Just because it's a great place to work. They understand that people have needs in families, and they're very understanding about, you know, having to take time off or leaving early or whatever you need to do to take care of yourself and your family. You know, as long as that privilege is not abused, it's tolerated well. And you can't say that in a large corporation. In a large corporation, nobody knows you. Nobody cares either.
The success of Electra Link, and I get asked this a lot by Electra Link's competitors. I get asked what makes them successful, and my simple answer is they treat people like family. Not only, when I say people, not only their employees, their vendors, their manufacturing partners, their distributor partners, even their competition.
Congratulations on 25 years with Electra Link. Yay!
Congratulations for a wonderful 25 years, and I hope that we will have as great, if not better, next 25 years.
Congratulations for your success making and building this company, and thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to be part of this company.
I love my job. Thank you again. I mean, I hope we can work together for many more years. It's been beautiful.
It's just an honor to work with everybody, and I enjoy coming to work every day, and I just look forward to another 25 years.
Congratulations, Ernie, for making it for 25 years. It's not easy. You've done a great job.
Thank you for 20 years. The opportunity to work for you, it's been fun so far, and I want to say to the gang out there, thank you for being a good friend, and I've really enjoyed being here, and Ernie, you're the best.
I think the reason that we're here for 25 years is the people that work here. You know, everybody's close, everybody knows everybody, and they're just good people.
I want to say congratulations to you, Ernie, personally, but to the entire Electra Link company. You've gone from being a relatively small company down in Houston to become a nationwide company. You compete on the big deals across the country. Ernie, you're a pleasure to deal with. Your company do excellent work, and I couldn't ask for anything more from a partner. Thank you, Ernie and Electra.
And being worried, where's the next job going to come from? And it takes a really big person to be able to keep trucking through all that.
Thank you, well done. You've done
nice job. I mean, I enjoy working for you, and happy 25 years, and hopefully it continues.
I am most proud to have known somebody like you that started from the very bottom of nothing and built a company to what you have today. I hold you in high esteem for what you've done and the way you've gone about it. I think you're a great person, and congratulations on 25 wonderful years of being in business, and I hope you're around for another 25 more and we can do this again.
Up until 2004, our main focus was voice and data cabling. It was really hard for me to stretch out and get into another field, especially something that I really didn't have the understanding behind. We researched quite long and quite hard on how to start an audio department. We came across some individuals that we felt had the same focus and desire and drive that we had, and I made the decision maybe it was time to branch out and take a chance. I was going to roll the dice with it. We've been 5 years into the business. I feel we're building one of the better reputations in an audio company in our area today.
It was a scary process. Electra Link has never done AV. AV is a different animal than data cabling. AV, our industry changes all the time. Every 6 months, new products are coming out. We deal with, CEOs of companies, secretaries of companies. It's more personal than on the data side. We actually get to know our customers better.
Congratulations, you've done a great job in this company and creating jobs for other employees, and I'm very proud of you.
Ernie, you did it. I'm really proud of you. It's been an honor working for you, and you've had a wonderful 25 years.
Well, Ernie, it's been 25 years. Just amazing how far the company's come and how dedicated you've been. I just wanted to say thanks.